The government is guided by its conviction that the economy is only truly strong when it serves everyone. Many Canadians are struggling to get ahead. The government is responding, reducing middle-class taxes and saving two-income families.
In a shocking turn of events, Buckingham Palace has unveiled a decree that could change the future of the British monarchy forever. King Charles and Princess Anne have signed a new royal document, elevating Catherine, Princess of Wales, to an unprecedented role, while the conspicuous absence of Queen Camilla raises questions no one saw coming. As the royal family grapples with shifting power dynamics and personal tensions, one thing is clear: nothing will ever be the same again.
Rebuilding very much in mind at that moment, and another rebuild now, building on that. Extensive redevelopment, refurbishment, and probably finding some things which weren't done quite that brilliantly.
While much of the royal family's activities often attract public attention, the significance of this new decree cannot be overstated. It reshapes the contours of royal authority and governance, indicating a subtle but deliberate shift in the monarchy's operations. At the heart of this new change is the decision to include Catherine, Princess of Wales, in a newly elevated advisory role. This decision is remarkable not only for its implications for Catherine's future within the royal family, but also for the absence of Queen Camilla from the decree, a notable omission considering her previously expected involvement in such decisions. The absence of Queen Camilla raises several questions, particularly regarding family dynamics, succession plans, and the evolving nature of the monarchy. Queen Camilla, who had long been expected to play a central role in the royal decision-making process, is conspicuously absent from the newly defined list of counselors of state. This omission is stirring considerable attention, especially given the history of monarch spouses being included as central figures in such decrees. The reasons behind this shift may not be entirely personal, but rather a pragmatic approach to restructuring the monarchy in a way that responds to modern challenges. This change also prompts reflection on Camilla's role and legacy within the royal family, as it suggests a recalibration of her duties, one that might position her away from the spotlight of formal state responsibilities. As we explore the implications of this shift, it's important to recognize that King Charles's reign is still in its early stages. After decades of waiting, Charles has had to step into a leadership role that many thought would never come. His reign has already been tested by personal challenges, most notably health issues and the need to maintain the monarchy's relevance in an increasingly fast-paced and evolving society. His marriage to Camilla, once a controversial union that faced public scrutiny, is now largely accepted. However, it appears that even as Camilla is accepted as queen consort, the shift in royal responsibilities may signal a new phase in her role, one that perhaps allows her to focus on other interests while stepping back from certain duties traditionally associated with her position. On the other hand, Princess Anne's influence continues to grow. Known for her steadfast dedication to her royal duties, Anne's role within the royal family remains crucial. The recent changes, however, place Catherine in a more prominent position than ever before. Catherine, the Princess of Wales, has gained widespread admiration for her poised approach to royal duties and her ability to connect with people. Her work on causes such as mental health and early childhood development has already made a significant impact on public policy. By elevating her to an advisory role, Buckingham Palace is not only acknowledging her influence, but also positioning her as a key player in the monarchy's future. Catherine's appointment is particularly noteworthy in the context of a monarchy seeking to modernize while maintaining its historical foundation. Her role will go beyond ceremonial duties. She will play an active part in shaping the direction of the monarchy. The decision to formalize Catherine's position as an advisor speaks volumes about the royal family's recognition of the need for stability and efficiency in this new era. The shift is symbolic of the monarchy's evolving nature, where the next generation of royals is being entrusted with more responsibility and leadership, while also allowing for the flexibility required to address modern-day challenges. This decree, which was finalized after several months of discussions held in private settings at Balmoral and Windsor, also impacts the structure of councillors of state, those entrusted to act on behalf of the sovereign in the event of incapacity. Historically, the spouse of the monarch would be the primary figure in this group, but with this new decree, the role of the spouse is no longer automatically assumed. Instead, emphasis has been placed on individuals like Catherine, who have demonstrated the capacity to handle both domestic and public affairs with efficiency and a modern sensibility. This change is part of a broader effort to streamline the monarchy, ensuring it remains agile and resilient in the face of future challenges. The foundations for these changes were laid a few years ago in 2022, when new legislation extended eligibility for councillors of state to include Princess Anne and Prince Edward. This shift helped to sideline some of the more controversial figures in the royal family, such as Prince Harry and Prince Andrew, whose positions within the institution have become increasingly uncertain in recent years. This new law provided the framework for the latest decree, further solidifying the position of those who are seen as dependable and capable of fulfilling the role of councillors with integrity and commitment. Recent events, such as King Charles's battle with cancer and Princess Anne's recovery from a head injury, have highlighted the need for secure contingency planning within the monarchy. These health challenges have brought the question of succession and leadership into sharper focus, prompting a more deliberate and thoughtful approach to ensuring that the royal family can continue its duties even in times of crisis. This careful planning is part of the reason why Catherine's promotion is so important. Her ability to recover from illness and remain a steadfast figure in the public eye has made her a symbol of resilience. This, combined with her unwavering commitment to initiatives like the Shaping Us campaign, has earned her respect both within the royal family and across the broader public. As we look at the broader picture, we also see that there are undercurrents of private tensions within the royal family. Reports suggest that Camilla has been unsettled by ongoing financial disputes involving her sister and disagreements with Prince William's decisions as the Duke of Cornwall. These tensions have reportedly influenced her current position, even as she outwardly supports the slimming down of the monarchy, a project that has been championed by Princess Anne and guided carefully by King Charles. It's clear that the path forward for the royal family will require a delicate balance of tradition, duty, and pragmatism as they navigate the complex and often changing dynamics of the modern world. This new decree is not just a matter of official titles and roles. It represents a pivotal moment in the royal family's evolution. With Catherine taking on a more central role and Princess Anne reinforcing tradition, King Charles's reign is setting the stage for a more streamlined and forward-looking monarchy. While the absence of Queen Camila from this decree may raise questions, it's also indicative of the need for the royal family to adapt to the changing times. As the monarchy continues to evolve, the balance between tradition and innovation will remain at the forefront of the royal family's efforts to maintain its relevance in the modern world. The recent decree announced by Buckingham Palace has raised many questions and stirred up considerable discussion. At the core of the announcement is the inclusion of Catherine, Princess of Wales, in a newly elevated advisory role, a significant move that has implications for both her future and the structure of the royal family. However, the most striking element of the decree is the noticeable absence of Queen Camila, a figure who had traditionally been expected to play a central role in such decisions. While Catherine's promotion has been met with widespread approval, the exclusion of Camilla from this decree has undoubtedly attracted attention and, in some circles, has raised concerns about her position within the royal family. The absence of Queen Camilla from the decree has sparked a great deal of speculation. As the Queen Consort, Camilla has, until now, been considered one of the most influential members of the royal family. Her role has evolved over the years, from being a highly controversial figure due to her past association with Prince Charles to becoming an accepted and respected Queen Consort. Her journey from public scrutiny to coronation as queen has been one of resilience, and many saw her position as being secure within the royal family. However, this new development has raised questions about her future role. Was her omission intentional, or does it reflect broader changes in the monarchy's approach to royal duties? It's important to consider the context in which this decision was made. King Charles has been at the head of the monarchy for only a relatively short time, following the passing of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. During this time, Charles has had to navigate the delicate balance between maintaining the traditions of the monarchy and modernizing it for a new era. His reign, though still young, has already been tested by several significant challenges. These include personal health concerns, such as his cancer diagnosis in 2024, as well as the ever-present need to ensure the relevance of the monarchy in a rapidly changing world. For a monarchy that has always been seen as a pillar of tradition, this period of transition has forced the royal family to reconsider how it operates and the roles its members play. In this context, the decision to elevate Catherine's role within the monarchy can be seen as part of a broader effort to position the royal family for the future. As King Charles faces the complexities of his reign, he has been increasingly aware of the need for new leadership that can help guide the monarchy through the challenges of the 21st century. Catherine, the Princess of Wales, has already proven herself as a capable and influential figure within the royal family. Her work on mental health, early childhood development, and other social causes has made her one of the most admired members of the royal family. Her appointment to a more prominent advisory role within the monarchy is a clear acknowledgement of her growing importance, not just as a member of the royal family, but as someone who will play a key role in shaping the monarchy's future. The shift in Catherine's role reflects a broader trend within the royal family towards modernization. The monarchy has always been steeped in history, with centuries-old traditions and practices that have remained largely unchanged. However, as the world has evolved, so too has the need for the royal family to adapt. In recent years, there has been a concerted effort to make the monarchy more relevant to contemporary society, while still maintaining its core values and traditions. The rise of Catherine as a central figure in this effort speaks to the royal family's recognition that it must look to the future while also respecting its past. Yet, despite Catherine's promotion and the positive reception it has received, the omission of Camilla from the decree cannot be ignored. Queen Camilla's absence has sparked a wave of speculation, particularly about the nature of her relationship with King Charles and the royal family. Some observers have suggested that her exclusion is a sign of a growing divide between her and other members of the royal family, especially given the private tensions that have reportedly existed within the royal family for some time. Reports have surfaced that Camilla has been unsettled by financial disputes involving her sister and by disagreements with Prince William, who is now the Duke of Cornwall. These tensions, though not fully confirmed, have been the subject of much discussion, and it is believed that they may have influenced the decision to leave Camilla out of the decree. This is not to say that Camilla's position within the royal family is in jeopardy. As queen consort, she remains an important figure, and her role in the monarchy is still highly valued. However, the decision to exclude her from this particular decree could be interpreted as a subtle shift in her role. It could also be seen as a recognition that the monarchy is evolving, and as such, certain figures may need to take a step back from some of the traditional responsibilities that have long been associated with their positions. In many ways, Camilla's exclusion reflects the changing nature of the monarchy itself. The British royal family has always been a symbol of stability and continuity, but it is now being forced to adapt to a world that is very different from the one in which it was originally founded. The monarchy must remain relevant in a society that is constantly changing, and this requires flexibility and a willingness to evolve. By promoting Catherine and giving her a more central role in royal affairs, the monarchy is signaling that it is ready for change. At the same time, the absence of Camilla from the decree suggests that the royal family is rethinking its approach to leadership, and that certain traditional roles may no longer carry the same weight they once did. This does not mean, however, that Camilla's contributions to the royal family are being overlooked. On the contrary, her work as queen consort has been widely praised, and she continues to play a significant role in charitable and public activities. Her advocacy for causes such as literacy and women's rights has earned her respect, and she remains a popular figure among many royal supporters. However, it is possible that her exclusion from this decree is simply a reflection of the changing priorities within the monarchy, which is placing greater emphasis on individuals like Catherine, who are seen as more central to the future of the institution. Catherine's growing prominence also speaks to the royal family's desire to shift away from some of the more controversial figures within its ranks. Prince Harry and Prince Andrew, for example, have faced significant challenges in recent years, and their positions within the royal family have become increasingly uncertain. The inclusion of Catherine and the promotion of other figures like Princess Anne reflects a desire to strengthen the monarchy by focusing on individuals who are seen as reliable, respected, and capable of representing the institution in the future. This shift may also be seen as an attempt to streamline the royal family, making it more efficient and focused on the core duties that are necessary to maintain the monarchy's relevance. As King Charles seeks to solidify his reign, it is clear that he is focusing on the need for stability and continuity. The new decree, with its emphasis on Catherine's advisory role and the subtle shift in Camilla's responsibilities, signals that the monarchy is moving toward a more modern structure. This structure will require individuals who are not only loyal to the institution, but also capable of adapting to the needs of a rapidly changing society. Catherine's growing influence, along with the roles of other key figures such as Princess Anne, will play a crucial part in ensuring that the monarchy remains a relevant and effective institution in the years to come. The new decree has raised significant questions about the future of the royal family, particularly in relation to Queen Camila's role. While Catherine's promotion is seen as a positive step forward for the monarchy, the absence of Camilla from the decree has created a stir, with many wondering what it means for her position within the royal family. The decision reflects the monarchy's broader efforts to modernize while maintaining tradition, and it is clear that King Charles is positioning the royal family for a more streamlined and efficient future. While the absence of Camilla may seem like a subtle shift, it also reflects the broader changes within the monarchy, where new priorities are emerging, and the roles of certain individuals are being reevaluated in the context of the family's future. King Charles's reign has already been shaped by numerous challenges, not the least of which has been the decades of waiting before he ascended the throne. After the long reign of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, the expectations for his leadership were immense. Stepping into a role that he had long awaited, yet one that came with both personal and public challenges, has placed him at the heart of the monarchy's evolution. His reign, which is still in its early stages, has already faced trials that have tested his ability to lead in a rapidly changing world. From health issues to the pressure of maintaining relevance in an increasingly modern society, Charles has had to navigate an intricate landscape. The decision to elevate certain individuals within the royal family, such as Catherine, Princess of Wales, is indicative of his desire to position the monarchy for the future, while still upholding traditions that have served the institution for centuries. The challenges facing King Charles are not unique to him, but reflect the evolving nature of the British monarchy. The monarchy, which has always been seen as a symbol of continuity and stability, now finds itself grappling with the need to modernize. While traditions have long been at the heart of royal duties, the modern world has placed new pressures on the institution, forcing it to adapt. This is especially true in the context of King Charles's reign, where his own health challenges, such as his cancer diagnosis in 2024, have highlighted the need for a more secure and adaptive royal structure. These challenges have led to a reconsideration of the roles and responsibilities within the royal family, with the new decree marking a pivotal shift in how power and influence are distributed. The inclusion of Catherine, Princess of Wales, in this new advisory role is an indication of the monarchy's forward-thinking approach. Catherine's growing influence within the royal family has been undeniable, and her contributions to key social causes have earned her respect both within the family and across the wider public. Her work on mental health, early childhood development, and other social initiatives has demonstrated her ability to engage with the public in a way that resonates with the values of modern society. This focus on issues that are increasingly seen as central to societal well-being aligns with the monarchy's desire to stay relevant and to ensure that its members are seen as more than just ceremonial figures. Catherine's role in the monarchy has been carefully cultivated, and this new decree solidifies her place as a key figure in shaping its future. While Catherine's elevation within the royal family may seem like a natural progression given her popularity and influence, it is important to recognize the broader context in which this shift is taking place. The monarchy is undergoing a quiet transformation, one that seeks to modernize while maintaining the traditions that have defined it for generations. King Charles has been conscious of the need to balance these two forces, respect for tradition and the desire for innovation, throughout his reign. His decisions, including the promotion of Catherine, reflect this delicate balancing act. By promoting Catherine, Charles is not only securing the monarchy's future, but also signaling a shift in the way royal duties are perceived. The monarchy, once seen primarily as a symbol of historical continuity, is now positioning itself as an active force for positive change. One of the most notable aspects of this change is the elevation of Catherine in a way that reflects both her personal achievements and her growing influence within the royal family. Unlike other members of the royal family who may be seen as passive figures, Catherine has taken on a proactive role in addressing some of society's most pressing issues. Her work on mental health in particular has been groundbreaking, and her involvement in the Shaping Us campaign has made her a central figure in the national conversation about early childhood development. These initiatives, which have already had a significant impact on public policy, are a testament to her commitment to the well-being of the nation. Her inclusion in a newly elevated advisory role reflects the recognition of her influence and the need for her voice in shaping the direction of the monarchy. At the same time, the decision to elevate Catherine also serves as a reminder of the changing dynamics within the royal family. The traditional roles within the monarchy have been called into question in recent years, particularly with the increasing prominence of individuals like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, whose departures from royal duties have shaken the traditional structures of the family. The rise of Catherine as a central figure within the family can be seen as part of an effort to reinforce the monarchy's core values while addressing the challenges posed by modern society. Catherine, with her blend of traditional royal gravitas and modern sensibilities, is seen as the perfect figure to represent this balance. In this context, the role of Princess Anne is also significant. Known for her steadfast commitment to duty, Princess Anne has long been one of the most respected members of the royal family. While Catherine's influence has grown, Princess Anne remains a vital figure within the royal structure. The decree, which places emphasis on Catherine's advisory role, also signals a broader shift in how the monarchy views the roles of women within its ranks. Princess Anne, who has always been dedicated to her royal responsibilities, remains a key player in the family's affairs, and her steady presence is seen as a stabilizing force in times of change. However, the real question that has arisen from this shift is how King Charles's marriage to Camilla fits into this new structure. Camilla, once the subject of public scrutiny, has become an accepted and respected queen consort. Her role in the monarchy has been firmly established, and she has made significant contributions to charitable causes, particularly those involving literacy and women's rights. Yet, her exclusion from this new decree raises questions about her future role within the royal family. Is her absence a sign of a deliberate shift in the family's power dynamics, or is it a reflection of her own desire to step back from the public spotlight? While the true reasons behind her exclusion remain unclear, it's important to note that Camilla has always been seen as a somewhat unconventional figure within the royal family. Her relationship with King Charles, while accepted, was initially the subject of controversy, and her journey to becoming queen consort was marked by public criticism. However, over time, she has proven herself to be a capable and supportive partner for Charles. The decision to exclude her from the decree, however, may suggest a re-evaluation of her role within the family, and perhaps even a shift in her personal focus. This exclusion could be seen as a way to give Camilla more space to pursue her own causes, away from the formal duties traditionally associated with the queen consort. It may also be a way of positioning Catherine as the central figure in the next generation of the monarchy, allowing her to take on a more prominent leadership role. This shift also highlights the importance of the monarchy's evolving relationship with the public. In recent years, the royal family has faced increasing scrutiny, and public opinion plays a larger role in shaping the monarchy's direction than ever before. The decision to elevate Catherine and downplay Camilla's role is, in part, a response to the public's changing expectations of the royal family. Catherine has been widely admired for her warmth, accessibility, and focus on important social issues, making her a natural choice to take on a more prominent role in the family's future. Her work has garnered widespread praise, and her elevation reflects a broader effort to align the monarchy with the values of modern society. Ultimately, this shift in the royal family's structure is part of a larger effort by King Charles to position the monarchy for the future. By elevating Catherine and reinforcing the roles of figures like Princess Anne, he is ensuring that the monarchy remains relevant in a rapidly changing world. At the same time, the exclusion of Camilla from this decree reflects the evolving nature of the royal family's leadership, one that is increasingly focused on efficiency, resilience, and the ability to adapt to the challenges of the modern era. The monarchy, while still deeply rooted in tradition, is looking to the future with a new sense of purpose and direction. And this decree is just one step in that ongoing transformation. The new decree from Buckingham Palace represents a significant step in the ongoing evolution of the British monarchy. Its implications go far beyond the immediate changes in the roles of key members of the royal family. It also reflects the monarchy's broader effort to adapt to the changing needs and expectations of the modern world. The decree, finalized after months of private discussions between King Charles and other senior members of the royal family, redefines the framework for counselors of state, those individuals who are entrusted to act on behalf of the sovereign in the event of incapacity. While this change may seem like a procedural update, it carries deep symbolic meaning, marking the continued shift towards a more streamlined and efficient monarchy. Traditionally, the monarch's spouse has been placed at the top of the list of counselors of state, with the expectation that the spouse will play a central role in decision-making in times when the monarch is unable to fulfill their duties. However, with this new decree, there is a clear shift in priorities. The focus has moved away from the monarch's spouse and toward other members of the royal family who have demonstrated the ability to handle both domestic and public affairs with a sense of efficiency and modern sensibility. This is particularly evident in the emphasis placed on Catherine, Princess of Wales, whose newly elevated advisory role signals a strategic shift within the monarchy. The decision to elevate Catherine is not an isolated one, but rather part of a broader strategy to ensure the monarchy remains relevant in an ever-changing world. As King Charles navigates the complexities of his reign, he is increasingly aware of the need for individuals who are not only capable of fulfilling their royal duties, but who also understand the demands of modern society. Catherine's work on mental health, early childhood development, and other social issues has already had a significant impact, and her role within the royal family is now being formally recognized in a way that reflects her growing influence. This is not only a recognition of her personal achievements, but also an acknowledgement of the future direction of the monarchy, which aims to balance tradition with the need for innovation. The foundations for this change were laid in 2022, when new legislation was passed that extended eligibility for counselors of state to include Princess Anne and Prince Edward. This was seen as a response to the growing uncertainty surrounding other members of the royal family, particularly Prince Harry and Prince Andrew, whose positions within the family have become increasingly fraught due to their personal controversies. The legislation provided a means of ensuring that the monarchy could continue to function smoothly, even in the event of incapacity, by expanding the pool of trusted individuals who could step in to fulfill royal duties. This shift also had the effect of sidelining more controversial figures, who were seen as less likely to command the respect and support necessary to fulfill such responsibilities. The new decree, which elevates Catherine to a more prominent advisory role, reflects a similar desire to streamline the monarchy and ensure it can operate with greater efficiency. In the past, the monarchy structure has been somewhat cumbersome, with many individuals holding ceremonial titles but having little practical influence over the institution's decision-making. This new approach aims to break away from that tradition, placing the emphasis on individuals who are not only respected, but who are also capable of making meaningful contributions to the monarchy's future. While Catherine's promotion has been met with widespread approval, the decision to exclude Queen Camila from the decree has raised eyebrows and sparked a great deal of speculation. As Queen Consort, Camilla has long been seen as a central figure in the royal family. Her journey from being a controversial figure to becoming Queen Consort was a significant one, and her role within the royal family has been firmly established. However, her exclusion from this decree raises questions about her future within the family and her relationship with King Charles. Is this omission a sign of a larger shift in royal dynamics, or is it simply a reflection of the evolving nature of the monarchy? It is important to note that Camilla's exclusion is not necessarily a reflection of personal issues between her and King Charles. Rather, it may be a strategic decision, one that takes into account the changing needs of the monarchy and the need for a more streamlined and efficient structure. By elevating Catherine and focusing on individuals who are seen as capable of leading the monarchy into the future, the royal family is signaling a shift in priorities. This shift reflects the broader trend within the monarchy toward modernization, as King Charles seeks to ensure the family remains relevant in a rapidly changing world. The decision to promote Catherine and reframe the roles of other key figures within the royal family also speaks to the monarchy's desire to position itself for the future. As the world changes, so too must the monarchy. In recent years, the royal family has faced increasing public scrutiny, and the role of the monarchy has been called into question. The decision to elevate Catherine and place her in a more prominent role is part of an effort to ensure that the monarchy remains a respected and trusted institution, capable of fulfilling its duties in the modern world. Catherine's work on social issues, particularly her focus on mental health and early childhood development, has made her a highly visible and influential figure within the royal family. Her promotion reflects a broader effort to ensure that the monarchy remains connected to the issues that matter most to the public. At the same time, the exclusion of Camilla from the decree suggests that the royal family is rethinking the role of the monarch's spouse. Traditionally, the spouse of the monarch has played a central role in royal duties, particularly in times when the monarch is incapacitated. However, the decision to focus on other members of the family, such as Catherine, represents a shift away from this traditional model. This shift is not necessarily a rejection of Camilla's contributions to the monarchy, but rather a recognition that the monarchy's needs are changing, and that other individuals may be better suited to take on more prominent roles in the future. This shift is also indicative of the broader changes taking place within the royal family. Over the past few years, the royal family has faced significant challenges, including the controversies surrounding Prince Andrew and Prince Harry, as well as the ongoing scrutiny of the monarchy's role in modern society. These challenges have forced the royal family to rethink its approach to leadership and to consider how it can remain relevant in a rapidly changing world. By elevating Catherine and placing her in a more prominent advisory role, the monarchy is signaling its commitment to modernizing and ensuring its future relevance. The elevation of Catherine is not just about her personal achievements, but also about the broader future of the monarchy. As the royal family continues to navigate the complexities of modern life, it is clear that King Charles is positioning the family for a future that is both efficient and resilient. This new decree marks a significant step in that direction, ensuring that the monarchy remains a respected and relevant institution in the years to come. The decision to elevate Catherine, alongside the other changes introduced in the decree, reflects the monarchy's desire to remain a symbol of continuity and stability, while also adapting to the demands of the modern world.